Welcome to Stelbot Adventures. You asked, so we're answering.
Tom from New York asked, are the drink packages really worth it?
Well, that depends. How much do you drink? If you can drink about 10 to 15 drinks a day, then it's worth it. It's usually about anywhere between $60 to $70 per day if you break it down for the drinks package, unless you have some sort of promotion that includes other things with the drink package, such as Wi-Fi, specialty dining, shore excursion credits, things like that.
For someone like me, a teetotaler, it is definitely not worth getting the drinks package. There are soda packages as well, but even that I would probably not be a good candidate for. They'd be making money on me big time. The other thing that you need to know is if you are sharing a room with someone, both people in that room, in that cabin, must get the same package. So if one of you is a drinker and one is not, still probably not worth it, because you could just pay as you go and not have to pay as much.
Sam from New Jersey asks, for someone who isn't all about food or drink, is there enough value in cruising?
I personally would say yes, because if you think about it, these days, hotels on land can be up to $200+ a night. Cruising oftentimes can cost about that per cabin, and you get the entertainment included, you get the food included, you get lots of different things included with that.
And
trivia,
your accommodation.
right, your accommodation, the room and board, the food, trivia, different games and things like that. You get a show each night, which could be a comedian, a magician, song and dance, singers, act, whatever, all of that. So I would say yes, it is worth all of that. And then if you're going to some of the specialty lines like Disney, you're going for all of the characters, you're going for all of the effects of that. So I would say yes. What do you think?
I agree. I look at cruising as unpacking once and traveling to different destinations. So it is a nice, easy way where you don't have to drive to get to a bunch of different locations, and the cruising will take you there. So
Right.
if you are just looking for food and drink, I would say don't even worry about that because there are so many other things that's included with cruising.
And if you have to fly somewhere, you only have to fly once, and you can see multiple destinations via the cruise. For us on this trip, we didn't even have to fly. We just drove to the port, even better. Our next question is from Jarell from Las Vegas. So her question to us, however, is do you prefer cruising or all-inclusive resorts?
So all-inclusive resorts are great, especially if you need some downtime, you just want to kick back, relax, read a book, hang out at the pool, have a couple of drinks with your friends, get some entertainment, great. However, I'm a very active person, so I love cruising because I can do all of those things and visit different places at the same time.
Right, both all-inclusive and cruising are similar in that they give most food included. There are specialty dining in both of them. You also get your room and such, and there is some entertainment. I feel on board a cruise ship there's a lot more entertainment options than the all-inclusives that we have stayed at. There are certain things at night, mini concerts or performances, but I feel like the ones on cruise ships are more elaborate and better. Do you agree?
Yes, and also different room categories exist both on cruise ships and at all-inclusive resorts. When you are on a cruise ship, you have inside cabins, you have ocean view, balconies, suites, you can even have butler service. So it's just like being on an all-inclusive resort, except that your view changes every day.
Right, the all-inclusive resort, you might have a garden view, you might have a ocean view, you might have a pool view, but like Liz said, if you have the ocean view or balcony on board a ship, you will see the ocean changing throughout or the various ports changing throughout. So I personally, mostly because of the entertainment, do prefer cruising. But both of them do have their pluses and minuses. So
Sue from South Carolina asks, is it better to schedule your shore excursions before you go or to do it on board?
I would say it kind of depends. However, if it is a popular excursion, you best do it as early as possible, as soon as possible, because who knows, it may sell out. You may also get a slightly better price earlier, but that's, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, typically the cruise lines will offer a discounted rate if you book your excursions in advance through the cruise line.
But if it's something that you definitely know you want to do and you're sure about it, I would do it earlier rather than later just so it doesn't sell out. You can still do many of them on board, but the options may be a little more limited.
And also, you do not have to do a shore excursion that is sponsored through the cruise line itself. Just be aware that if you take a cruise-sponsored shore excursion, you are guaranteed to get back to the cruise ship. If you take an outside third-party vendor, you may or may not have that same guarantee. So just read the fine print before booking.
There are outside vendors such as Shore Excursion Group, Get Your Guide, and Viator. And if you want to use Viator, there's a link below.
Same thing for Get Your Guide.
Those third-party options can be cheaper, but they do not necessarily have the guarantee that you won't miss the ship. So if you do use one of those, try and plan it so the timing gives you an extra buffer of an hour or two just to make sure.
Yeah, you don't want to be one of those pier runners who are running down to chase the ship before all aboard time.
And you definitely don't want to miss that ship, so plan ahead. So we have another excursion question, this one coming from Michelle from New York. How do you know what excursions are available before you cruise?
Well, before you book your cruise, you can go on the website and just look at the destination, see what excursions are available for that particular cruise line. However, you are not necessarily able to see the exact ones for your particular sailing and the date until you book your actual cruise. But you can at least get a sense of what activities there are to do in the area, such as the top 5 sites to see.
And some cruise lines are better at sharing these pre-booking, and some don't show you that pre-booking. So it kind of depends on it also. And you will likely not get the accurate price until after you have booked your cruise. Another thing you can do is go to YouTube and see videos such as ours of different excursions of different areas. You could just type into YouTube excursions at blah 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 port, blah 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 cruise line, and you will see some things pop up and you can get some ideas that way as well.
So if you enjoyed coming along with us as we answered your cruise questions, please give this video a thumbs up.
If you have additional cruise questions for us, put them below. We will do another video soon, or we'll just answer in the comments.
And we'll see you
On the next adventure. Don't forget to subscribe.